Welcome back to the Boot Tragedies.
All right, y'all. Today we're just gonna wrap up the Pelicans season. I know it's been a lot of Saints, basically 99.9% Saints on here. Honestly, I didn't start with basketball because Pelicans were kind of trash when I first made this channel. It was like April, so season was basically over. They had hope for the play-in game, but that didn't, pan out. So I just kind of waited till the season was over and kind of give a little recap on the season rather than diving in, game 60 or whatnot, because this will be a channel for Saints, Pelicans, LSU, It's the boot. Like I said, the boot tragedies, man. We got tragedies all around. Trust me, tragedies can be spread all around. But I just, kind of touch on some things. First and foremost, got to start with Zion. Excellent season for him. Like, actually couldn't really ask for anything better. Improved basically in every area. Shot the three ball around 30% clip. He keeps improving that. Like, he's gonna be a force. He's gonna be a force to reckon with. He already is a force to reckon with. Can't be guarded already. Shot 61% from the field. Averaged 27 points. Like, assist total started going up towards the end of the year when they started running a lot of point, forward form, point Zion, as I like to call it. So I was pleased, with what I saw from him this year. Stayed healthy for the most part. Had that fractured finger at the end of the year, but a lot of that had to do with tanking out of soon. Brandon Ingram, it's kind of stagnant this year. Didn't get worse. Didn't get better, but I mean, he made a huge jump the previous year. So I like to see that jump wasn't a fluke. He kind of did it again, and did it again. So I mean, you'll take that honestly. If Zion's going to be your guy, it looks like Zion's going to be the franchise guy. He's obviously the best player on the team. If you can have a Brandon Ingram that gets you 24, 5, and 5 as a number 2 option, that's not bad at all. Lonzo improved a lot this year. Shot the ball much better from 3, from the free throw line. He's just so damn inconsistent, man. He can just string off 5 games where you're like, that's that number 2 pick right there. That's the guy Magic Johnson called the Hall of Famer. Then he strings together 5 games. You're like, why is he in the NBA? Like, it's just the on and off switch for him, and he's not good enough for on and off switch. Contract year, and like, he had to be better than that. Tough on Lonzo because he's too much potential to not do it like every night. I mean, he's still young. He's 23. Still loads of potential in there, but you would like to see more consistency from him. And now to the nitty gritty. I'm giving 99% of the blame on the season to David Griffin. You extend Steven Adams, the dumbest possible thing you can do. It was zero reason to extend a slow center whose defense in the pick and roll is below average. He's only good at back to the basket centers, which is not too many in the league at this point anymore. It's like Embiid. That's about it. So other than that, like, he's not gonna say he's useless because he's still good, but it was no need to extend him, to 2 years. Should have just let contract expire, see what free agency looks like, get him up out of there. Also traded for Eric Bledsoe. I'm still upset we didn't get Dante DiVincenzo out of that deal. They let us get Eric Bledsoe, and you saw why this year. I mean, he is what he is at this point in his career, honestly. No offense to him. He's just an average player at best. I do give him credit for being the healthiest all year. He showed up every night, even though he was playing bad. He showed up every night, did his job. You can't ask for much more than that. Like, if he's playing bad, he's not trying to play bad on purpose, though. Like, you can't fault him for playing bad. We didn't develop the young guys enough for me. Kyra, NAW, they barely got playing time, mainly because Eric Bledsoe was playing 30 minutes a game, which I did not understand, whatsoever. Wish we could have got to see Alexander Walker, Kyra Lewis, Jackson Hayes, a little longer, but we didn't. We didn't at all. Which that's very disappointing because now they're another year behind. I think David Griffin's on the hot seat, man. You can't live off the Zion hype like your whole tenure there. He was the number 1 pick. I could have been a GM. Y'all could have been the GMs. Zion was going number 1. What did you do after Zion? NAW, Kyra Lewis, Steven Adams, Eric Bledsoe. So, I mean, you're going to have to do something better than that. You haven't done anything worth that stood out, honestly. I can grade all your moves as C's and belows, other than Zion, which is an A++, but you didn't do anything to get that. You just walked into him. So he's on the hot seat for me. Stan Van Gundy, not on the hot seat yet. Didn't have an off-season young team. Preaches defense. Pelicans played no defense. Like, I don't know. I'll give him a pass this year, first year, no off-season, no like training camp, blah, 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 because of COVID. But next year, I'm on your ass. But, yeah, man. Couldn't get top 10 seed. Like, it's a play-in game. That team has way too much talent not to be a top 10 seed. We can't even get a playoff game with Zion Williams and Brandon Ingram. Shit, the NBA is going to step in. They're not going to let Zion go down the path AD went down. I can tell you that. So, they just have to get better, honestly, man. Zion's going to keep improving. Don't know what we're going to do with Lonzo in the offseason or whatnot. But, man, that team is so frustrating. That's one of the most frustrating teams I've ever seen. I call them the keep it close Pelicans. They like to keep it close and not win. That's all they like to do. So, man, we'll see what the offseason has in store. See what kind of moves they make. I'll kind of be up to date once that gets rolling. But, yeah, this is my first Pelicans video. Nothing crazy. Just kind of a brief overview of what happened this year. Not a big fan of talking about them, honestly, because they tend to make me mad. But yeah, man, thank y'all for tuning into this. This is my first Pelicans video, and I'm out.